start with our director would like to say a few words, after which we will start the career panorama day 3. Yes.
Rupal ma'am, Vidya ma'am is coming in a minute.
Okay. Thanks.
So the first topic will change because there's the information about
Yes. Our director, Dr. Vidya Satish, would like to say a few words on our last day of the career panorama.
Thank you, Ms. Rupal, and a very good afternoon to all the students, the teachers, heads of institutions, and the others who've logged in on YouTube as well as on Facebook. We welcome each and every one of you to the third day of the Career Panorama. 2 days, I think the last 2 days have been very interesting and different careers have been presented by the students. For those who've joined in today, these are the students who are pursuing their postgraduate diploma in counseling affiliated to Mumbai University, as well as a postgraduate diploma in guidance and counseling, which is an autonomous program of SI's Institute of Comprehensive Education. They are all training to become counselors. So under the guidance of our counseling coordinator, Ms. Rupal Vora, the students have been very well prepared to present different careers to you. So please list down and write down whatever career options that they are talking today. Make a note of it, and in case you have any doubts, you could write it in the chat box and or ask them questions after the session is over. So this is something that we always do with the students of SIES High School Matunga as well as SIS APJ Abdul Kalam School Ghatkopar. This is an annual activity because as a sister institution, we believe in networking with each other and helping our own children grow, choose a wonderful career. So this is a very good opportunity. And in case you have missed your day 1 and day 2, you can log into SIES on YouTube and catch up with what you have missed. So those sessions are still there on YouTube. So please do watch that also if you have missed, or if you want to kind of go through whatever they said and you want to think a little bit more on that and understand those careers, you can watch them on YouTube. That's the reason we have screening it live on YouTube as well as on Facebook. So wishing the students, the postgraduate diploma in counseling and guidance and counseling students, the very best for today's program, the very best for today's career panorama. And I won't take much of your time. So over to you girls. All the best, dear students, everybody, school students as well as my own dear students. All the best.
Okay, so welcome students to the third day of the Career Panorama organized by the SIS Institute of Comprehensive Education. The following presentation is going to be in the form of a skit, and it is two friends discussing about what careers they would like to go ahead with, and eventually they go to a career fair to explore more options. All the dialogues that will be said from now are part of the skit. Thank you.
Hello, Vijati. How are you?
Hi, Charmi. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good too. You know, yesterday I was talking to one of my cousins and he's a computer engineer. So I was quite excited about that and I was like very curious to know about it.
That sounds very interesting. Can you tell me also more about it?
Oh, sure, definitely. So computer engineer is someone who, it's like computer engineering is a field of engineering, is one of the field of engineering, and computer engineers usually deal with the software and hardware, try to build and how can I be a computer engineer? So for that, he told me after I finish off my 10th standard, I have to take up science as my stream for junior college. In that, I should have physics, chemistry, and maths as my main subject. So after I give my both 12th board examination, I will have to give two entrance exams. That is JEE, that is joint entrance exam, and CET, that is common entrance test. For the JEE or joint exam entrance exam is for those people who want to take up colleges in all over the India. But if I want to take up colleges only in Maharashtra, I can just give CET, or like Mumbai or Maharashtra, I can only give CET, that is common entrance test. But for both the entrance exam, PCM, that is physics, chemistry, and maths, are very important subjects, and they should be your main subjects. Also, my admission in any of the engineering college will purely be dependent on my the higher the score in the entrance exam, the higher the chances of getting the best colleges. So he recommended me, if I want to do this career, I should start preparing it for after my 10th standard, and I should start coaching for it. He also told me there are these new integrated courses or colleges. So in basically integrated courses are those where some of the coaching centers are connected to some of the colleges. So you don't need to go to both college and coaching for your studies. You can only go to the coaching center, and they will help you with both your 12th board exam and entrance exam. So some of these examples that he gave me are PACE, Rao IIT, Allen's Institute, and Vidya Lankar classes. So next thing that I asked him was, what are the job responsibilities as a computer engineer? For that, he told me, as a computer engineer, I may have to test some of the softwares. I may have to develop software application, or I may have to develop and design web developing and web designing. I may also have to analyze some computer systems, or I have to be a computer support specialist in a company. The next thing that came to my mind was, what are the skills that are required to be a computer engineer? So he told me there are two skills that you require. One is the technical skill, and other is a soft skills. So the technical skills are usually the coding languages. I should know the different coding languages. Some of which I should know are SQL, Java, Linux, Microsoft C, JavaScript, C++, Python, XML. Though these coding languages will be taught to me in my degree college courses, but if I know it prior to it, it will be very beneficial for me. Other soft skills that are required are communicating skills, problem solving skills, collaborating skills, research skills, critical thinking skills, teamwork skills, and definitely technical writing skills. The next thing that he told me, and I was very curious to know, was where will I work? What is the work environment? For that, he told me usually computer engineers work in offices, like IT company offices with computers, or laboratories with computers. But if I'm connected to or working with an IT company, and that IT company is connected or is working with, is team up with another non-IT company, so I may have to go to that company's office and work for them and work with them in their office. So for that, I may have to travel to that place, and that may be a long distance travel. The next thing that I was is like, what is the scope of the job currently in India or in the world? As we all know, and he told me that today is the era of digitalization, and technical manpower is needed for that. So new technologies are coming up, and they will come up ahead in the future also. For those technologies to be worked by everybody, there is someone specialist needed in the field, and there is no one better than a computer engineer. So yeah, definitely, because of the emerging digitalization, we will need a computer engineer everywhere in most of the companies. Definitely everyone wants to go digital, and non-IT companies and new companies want to go digital and develop their websites and apps. So for that, there is no one better than a computer engineer. So definitely the IT industry is a booming sector currently, and there are lots of opportunities in both IT and non-IT companies. The next thing was, what are the career prospectors? What all I can do after being a computer engineer? So I can be a software developer, I can be a database administrator, a hardware engineer, a web developer, a web designer, or a computer network architect. I can also be a project manager, a marketing and salesperson, or a content developer. I can even start my own business. I can do a startup. If I don't want to do any of this, I can also be a professor in an engineering college. The next thing that I asked, and I was very curious to know, was, what is the salary that I will get? So he told me that the salary that will depend on what organization I'm working with, what is my work experience, what is my academic qualification, and from which college I have passed out from. So the starting salary for any fresher will start from about approximately 3 lakhs per annum. And as I go and my work seniority increases or work experience increases, it may go to 6 lakh per annum. Also, if I pass out from a top colleges, and so my starting salary will be around 10 lakhs per annum. But and if I have graduated from IIT, any IIT college in India or top 10 colleges in Mumbai, starting salary can go up to 20 lakhs per annum. Definitely, the salary will increase upon according to the work experience that I gain and seniority that I gain. So the next thing that I asked him was what. Just a minute now. The next thing that I asked him is where can I study this course? So he suggested me some of these colleges in Mumbai and all over India. So some of the colleges in Mumbai where can I study is IIT Bombay, that is Indian Institute of Technology, VJTI, that is Veer Mata Jijabai Technical Institute in Mumbai, KJ Somaya College of Engineering, Mukesh Patel School of Technology, Management and Engineering, Sardar Patel Institute of Technology, Vidyankar College of Technology, and Amity University. Some of the colleges that he suggested me in India were Manipal Institute of Technology, Bennett University in Greater Noida, Symbiosis Institute of Technology in Pune, and IIT Madras. Also, all IITs across the India. So these are some of the references where he suggested me if I want to look up for more information in the career.
Thank you for explaining so much in detail. It really sounds interesting, but I'm not sure if I want to take it up as a field for myself.
So what are you more interested in than Vijiti?
So recently I came across alcohol and drug abuse counseling, and that sounded very, very cool and very interesting to me.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Can you tell me about it?
Yeah, just a second. So, alcohol and drug abuse counselors basically look into the world of addiction as well as substance abuse. So, substance abuse is the excessive use of drugs or alcohol, and they usually cause physical, emotional, and social. So they plan to like keep the client for as long as it is possible. So to become an alcohol and drug abuse counselor, I learned that after your 10th and 12th, where you can take science or arts, you have to earn your bachelor's degree in psychology, then earn a master's degree in counseling or alcohol and drug abuse study psychology, and then complete an internship or a practicum and gain a number of hours depending on which state you are in. To get your professional credentials or license, and then you can work as a professional alcohol and drug abuse counselor. So they have a huge range of job responsibilities, and all of them are very interesting. So you have to regularly meet up with the clients, you have to talk with their family members, you have to work with the clients. Work with the clients to create like goals and treatment plans, and also use them to also use them to change their beliefs and attitudes to come up with using like de-addiction method to come up with healthier mechanisms other than giving into drugs and alcohol every time something gets hard. They also take up various support groups and group therapy sessions as well, and a few alcohol and drug abuse counselors also help to find the jobs in various fields. So to do all of this, you require a lot of soft skills. You require immense amount of patience, empathy, stress management skills, ability to maintain boundaries. You need to make sure that you trust the clients to stay on the path of recovery, and they trust you as a counselor as well. You need to have skills to come up with treatment plans. So you need critical thinking and that creativity. And it is a hard job, but it is also very rewarding. So, a few alcohol and drug abuse counselors usually end up becoming executive directors in mental health facilities, while some continue their studies and go in research, while others usually take up jobs in treatment centers where there is more one-to-one counseling. Uh, others may be employed in hospitals, both public and private hospitals, because the demand for alcohol and drug abuse counselors has increased in hospitals right now. You can work in school districts as well to help the children who are more prone into addiction, and others can work in methadone clinics as well. So methadone clinics is where people who are addicted to opioid based drugs usually go to, so you can work with them and help them out as well. So, as I said before, the career for alcohol and drug abuse counselor is increasing, and there's more employment opportunities available right now, especially during the pandemic, because a lot of people resorted to alcohol and drugs because of the uncertainty of the situation, and they did not know how to deal with it. So your work environment will of course depend on where you work. So you may work in private offices, may work in rooms of patients, or in classrooms or in meeting rooms. You may have to conduct a support groups session in churches, community centers, or schools. So the bulk of your day will basically go into dealing and talking with various people, that is your client, the family members, the social workers, healthcare professionals, and it is an emotionally draining experience, but like I said before, it is quite rewarding because you also get like a good amount of salary. So you will earn around 5 lakhs per annum with a bonus of 8,000 rupees. And as the seniority increases, your salary will also increase. And if you are employed as a full-term counselor in a mental health facility, you may also get other benefits like paid vacations, insurance plans, pension plans, and more. So, like I said before, you have to complete your bachelor's in psychology, and after that, you need to get a master's. But unfortunately, there's no master's in alcohol and drug studies in India. But you can complete your master's in counseling in India, get a certificate course in addiction counseling out here itself, and complete your hours and get your professional credentials. So, if you want to get a bachelor's in psychology in India, here are the colleges. These are Mumbai-based colleges. So there's SIS Institute of Arts, Science and Commerce. There's Jai Hind College, St. Andrews, and St. Xavier's College. All of these offer majors in psychology. If you want to do masters in India, these are the colleges. These are also all Mumbai-based colleges. So there's St. Xavier's, VES, SNDT, Tata Institute of Social Science. All of these colleges also require their own entrance exam. If you want to do masters abroad, these are the colleges. So these colleges require you to give your IELTS exam, which is an English-based exam, and the colleges in America require you to give your GRE exam, which is a math-based exam. That's the resources that I took my information from. You can take a screenshot if you like.
No, this was very informative and very interesting, but I think I'm a little more confused now and I want to explore more career options.
Recently I came across that there is a career fair happening at SIS Institute. Would you like to go there?
Oh yeah, sure, definitely.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
So, hello everyone, and welcome to the Career Panorama organized by the SIS Institute of Comprehensive Education. My name is Pala Kamal, and I would like to begin by talking about the field of clinical psychology. So, let's first see what exactly is clinical psychology. It is basically the study of psychology of mental disorders and the mental conditions of people. And it is about learning, understanding, diagnosing, and then preventing and treating different types of mental illnesses and disorders. So, clinical psychologists basically examine a person's mental condition, and then they use different types of treatment methods and different therapies to treat the disorders. So, what are the qualifications required to enter the field? You will need your 10 plus 2 in science or arts preferably. Then you should do a bachelor's of arts or science in clinical psychology or psychology honors, general psychology or applied psychology. After that, you will have to do your master's of arts or science in clinical psychology or general psychology. After which you will have to get an Rehabilitation Council of India, which is RCI approved MPhil degree, which is Masters of Philosophy, or a Doctorate of Psychology, which is a PsyD degree in clinical psychology. This step is very important because you will not be able to get your RCI license without these qualifications, and an RCI license is a must to practice as a clinical psychologist in India. It is important that you have your internships or work experience in clinical settings, NGOs, or any other type of organization. And you will also require experience in research and publishing to enter the field. So there are various career options available in the field of clinical psychology. You can work as a counselor who is an individual who does not treat any mental disorders, but they provide therapy and treatment for less severe conditions and for daily life problems. You can work as a clinical psychologist who diagnoses and treats mental disorders. You can work as a psychotherapist who is an individual who is specifically trained in certain types of therapies that can be used to treat people. You can work as a teacher in junior level, degree level, or postgraduate level colleges or universities. You can work as a forensic psychologist who is an individual who works in the legal matters along with criminals and other legal matters. And you can work as a child psychologist who basically treats several mental and behavioral conditions in children. So let's move on to what are the job responsibilities. If you work in the clinical setting, you will have to identify and diagnose different types of psychological, emotional, or mental issues in an individual. And after that, you will develop and implement some type of treatment plans for your client and use different therapeutic procedures to help them overcome it. If you work in a laboratory setting, you conduct research into mental health issues, you conduct experiments and analyze the data that you get, and then you publish these findings into different journals. If you're working in the academic settings, you will devise programs for learning to train students in the practice of psychology. It is also your job to evaluate prospective clinical psychologists, which are your students, and it is also important that you conduct research. So you need different types of knowledges, skills, and abilities to enter the field. And it is important that you have knowledge of different types of therapies which are used for treatment, local languages so that you can talk to your clients easily, diagnostic information to understand and diagnose the disorders that they have. And the most important is to know the ethics and laws involved in active listening skills, critical thinking to come up with different plans, problem solving skills, and also good communication skills. You should be able to write professional reports, make ethical and moral decisions.
Of marketing management. So the meetings and conferences are held in the office and the conference rooms or sometimes in communal workspace. Careers in marketing management. You can be marketing manager, marketing research manager, digital marketing manager, brand manager, social media manager, product marketing manager, marketing research analyst, chief marketing officer, marketing copywriter, and content marketing. So what qualification do you need for marketing management? So 10+2, that is 10 and 12, bachelor's degree in commerce, master's degree in BMM, that is mass media, and master's degree in BMS, which is management studies. And candidates from any stream can apply the profile, but candidates from the marketing communication, public relations, accounting, finance, and business management will be preferred first. What are the job responsibilities you need for this marketing management? So creating promotion with advertising managers, developing and managing advertising campaigns, organizing company conferences, trade, brand awareness and positioning, evaluating and maintaining a marketing strategy, directing, planning and coordinating marketing efforts, communicating the marketing plan, developing each marketing campaign from start to finish, researching demand for the organization's products and services, and last is handling social media, public relation, and content marketing. You require some soft skills. So the soft skills are writing and communication, creativity, attention to details, interpersonal skills, leadership, time management, social media, data analysis, and analytics. So salary and pay packages are for marketing manager, the starting salary per annum is 2,94,000. Mid-level salary per annum is 7 lakhs 12,000 and senior level salary is 20 lakhs. For a brand marketing manager, the starting salary is 3 lakhs 95,000, mid-level is 10 lakhs and senior level is 30 lakhs. Senior marketing manager, the starting salary is 4 lakh 52,000, mid-level salary is 10 lakhs, senior level salary is 30 lakhs. Sales marketing manager, the starting salary is 2 lakh 71,000, mid-level is 5 lakhs 98,000 and senior level is 10 lakhs. Digital marketing manager, the starting salary is 2 lakhs 18,000, mid-level salary is 5 lakhs 16,000 and senior level is 10 lakhs. Vijiti, next slide. Okay, so these are some institutes in Mumbai and in India. So SIS College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Narsi Monji Institute of Management Studies, Lala Lajpat Rai Institute of Management, Wellinkers, and KJ Somaya College of Management Studies. And in India, KIIT University in Bhubaneswar, Institute of Management Technology, Ghaziabad, MIT School of Business in Pune, Xavier's in Ranchi, and Indian Institute of Management in Indore, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, Lucknow, and Calcutta. So these are the references. You can also take a screenshot if you want. Thank you.
Thank you for letting us know some of the careers in the field of commerce, but I think I'm a little more interested in the field of science. Do you have something in that?
Yes, Charmi. Hello everyone, I'm Vinita Gaikwad and I would like to introduce one of the interesting collect samples of sediments and rocks, analyze their age, basically studies different natural process that occurs on ocean floor and beaches. You must be curious by now that what educational qualification you would require. You can start your career pathway by earning minimum bachelor's degree in science with subjects like maths, physics, and chemistry. GATE, that is Graduate Aptitude Test. In engineering, it is mandatory. If you wanted to grab advanced opportunities, you should go through the master's and doctor's degrees as well. Students, there are other marine geology related degrees on the screen which you can see. Now let's quickly know the training institutions in India. Number of training institutions are there, but some highly are College of Science and Technology, Andhra Pradesh, Faculty of Marine Science, Tamil Nadu, Mangalore University, Karnataka, Cochin University of Science, Kerala, Goa University, there you can get Marine Science program. Students, you should know that just getting a required educational qualification is not enough to be successful in any career. So, what else you need? You need some skills which are mixed of social and interpersonal skill and professional attitudes that every job require, which is called soft skills. You can see a list of soft skills on the screen. Let's know about some of the important ones, like passion about the marine geology and natural environment, flexibility and versatility, enthusiasm, patience, and perseverance. One more important is communication skill. So, you will be working as a part of research team as well as working in various roles like working with students, advertising government officials, publish the research articles, where you need communication skill effectively. Public speaking skill. You'll be working in certain roles where you use public speaking in conferences, presentation, lectures, or in business meeting too. Analytical thinking, data to answer important research questions. Mechanical proficiency, to perform certain research tasks safely. You need to use specialized equipment where having proficiency in these tools is required. Last but not least, teamwork. Now you know that when you are a part of a research team, which includes research director, associate, assistant, etc., the teamwork is very important. Now, scope of job. Making career in this field is challenging as well as rewarding. So, what are the job scope? You can work in private as well as government sector. Union Public Commission, that is UPSC, held exam by which you can work in central government agencies like Geological Survey of India, Central Groundwater Board. Even you can work as an environmental scientist, hydrographer, marine engineer in India and abroad also. Now let's move forward to the job responsibilities. By now, I hope you may have some basic information what is marine geology. So let's move forward and know what are the job responsibilities. Number of job responsibilities are listed down here, but I would like to tell some important one like knowledgeable with application of state and environmental laws and regulations, prepare and submit environmental permit applications, collect underwater samples, analyze document from the all sites, develop model and graphical representations of ocean floor and their measurements. Student, if you are a senior level marine geologist, then you have to oversee the work of entry level marine geologists too, and you have to you have to take managerial decisions regarding with the projects also. Now you must be wondering what will the work environment for the marine geologist. So marine geologist working condition can vary a great deal. So to be flexible. Most marine geologists spend a lot of time in the field, especially at the beginning of your careers. You must be physically fit and happy to work in hospitable areas and in bad weather conditions. This is a great career if you are interested in a various work and you love the natural world. So depending on your work areas, you can work in as in a private research lab, commercial research facilities on universities, work outside in extreme conditions, as I said, on oil rigs or research ships, work in academia as a professor, work for companies also. Let's come to the rewarding point. Yes, salary and pay packages. In India, average salary starts from approximately 2 lakh to 9 lakh per annum. But if you're an entry level marine geologist and you have got 1 or 2, 3 years of experience, then you can earn average salary of in Indian rupees 6 lakh onwards. And if you are a senior level marine geologist and having more than 8 years of experience, then you can get average salary in Indian rupees that is 11 lakh onwards. Let me tell you one interesting thing that the average marine geologist gross salary in Kolkata is 3% higher than the average marine geologist salary all over the India. So, what are the future prospectus? If you really don't want to work or research as a scientist, you can do work in in ocean engineering, marine biology, then marine mammal trainer you can work as, marine archaeology is there, marine researchers, marine environmental educator or oceanographer, even aquatic veterinarians are there. Scuba diving instructor and underwater filmmaking is in progress right now. You would be delighted to know that as per some studies, job demand for marine geologists is expected to grow some 7% between 2020 to 2030. A variety of roles, particularly in fossil fuel extraction, is expected to provide the bulk of these new demands. So now these are some references. You can take screenshot. And thank you so much for listening patiently. Another interesting career presentation by Aditi.
Hello everyone, and I'm Aditi, and I'm going to speak on data scientist and the field of data science. So who are data scientists? So data scientists are basically people who gather, analyze, and process the data they've collected, and they set it into a proper format, like from an unstructured to a very structured format. And they even model that data so that they can interpret the results, so that they can create plans and for companies and organizations so they can flourish in their business. And they also uncover solutions if any business is facing challenges by collecting and analyzing that data. So how to become a data scientist? So an undergraduate degree is very relevant with subjects such as computer science, economics, information management, business information systems, as well as maths and statistics, which are two very, very important subjects. And after graduation, one can either do an advanced degree or a postgraduate diploma course in data science or data analysis, or they can directly do like a master's degree. And there are a lot of courses for masters, like an MSc in data science or an MSc in business analytics or an MSc in big data. So while pursuing all these, you can even do an internship that can actually help you gain experience, as well as you can take up some online courses in like the basics of programming or statistics or like speech processing and machine learning. So that can really help you with building your skills more. And there are also some professional data science certifications which are also available, which can be very helpful. So what work do they do? So they begin by acquiring the data, like gathering the data, and then they process and clean the data, meaning they remove the data which is irrelevant, and then they integrate and store that data so they can do a data analysis on that. And by doing that, they choose various like models and algorithms, applying their data science techniques like artificial intelligence and machine learning. So results can be made, and adjustments can be made if a new problem arises. So what are the skills required? So there are technical skills as well as there are non-technical skills. Are skills like learning a programming language, knowing Java or HTML, then having knowledge of subjects like maths and statistics, as well as knowing the process of machine learning and reporting tools. So these are the different technical skills which are required. And the non-technical skills are like having interpersonal skills, very strong communication skills, so as to make presentations and present your analysis. Then being a team player, so collaborating with your team members. Critical and analytical thinking is also very, very crucial, which gives you like a great intuition in your business. So what can you work as? You can work as a software tester. So a software tester is somebody who makes softwares and they develop it and they see to the entire procedure goes well and the software is like tested and come into the market. Then a business analyst is somebody who has knowledge about the market, the businesses which are flourishing and which aren't. A data analyst is somebody who analyzes the data which is gathered, and then it goes to the data scientist to make for interpretations on it. And then there are others like data engineers, web developers, data architects, machine learning engineers, statistician. So where can you work as? So data scientists are found among various sectors, like from finance to academics to research, as well as health and information technology. They're also found in government services and e-commerce, as well as in universities and research institutes. So the work environment for a data scientist is very hectic. Like they have full-time schedules and they're always on like calls, and they have a lot of projects to finish. So they usually do like a 10 to 12-hour shift with like 5 days a week, but it depends on their projects too. So it's basically a office-based job, which means that most of their time is spent on their desk. But eventually this manual labor is being replaced with more technology and with artificial intelligence. So as I mentioned earlier, data scientists are found among all sectors. So like they are in towns as well as in cities, and it's a very smart workforce, and they utilize a lot of like technology like computers and like other equipments. And this field is really like booming right now, and it is also a very competitive field with very creative minds. So how much do they earn? So an entry level data scientist is somebody who has an experience of like 1 to 4 years, and they earn approximately like 5 lakhs per annum. Then there is an average middle level data scientist who's somebody who has an experience of 4 to 6 years, and they earn 13 lakhs per annum approximately. And a highly experienced employee, somebody with more than 6 years of experience, and they're somebody with higher positions like a management position, and their salary varies from like 24 lakhs to a crore per annum. So where to study? So there are different universities and colleges. The colleges in Mumbai is NMIMS University. Then there's the St. Xavier's College. There is Mukesh Patel School of Technology, Management and Engineering. There is even KJ Somaya Institute of Management. And then there is SP Jain Institute of Management and Research. Some of the colleges in India is the Indian Institute of Science, which is in Bangalore, which has an MTech in data science as well as computers. Then there is the IIT Delhi, which has a postgraduate diploma in data science and AI, which is artificial intelligence. Then there is also Ahmedabad University, which has an MTech in computer science and engineering, as well as data science and analytics specialization. So you all can take a screenshot if you are interested for the colleges, and also references. You can also take a screenshot if you want further information on it. And thank you so much.
Now that we've looked into the fields of art, science, and commerce, is there any courses or fields that do not fit into them, like those with a broader scope?
Yes, there are. Hello, everyone. I am Aditi, and today I'm going to be talking about what is interior designing. Next slide, please. So these are the topics that I will be covering in this presentation today, so that you know how it's going to be like. So let's start. First, let's understand what is interior designing. So interior designing is basically the art or the process of designing the interior decoration of a room, color or placement for things that will look better in any given area. Now, that you'll need to become an interior designer. So the minimum requirement is that you have done 10 plus 2. That is your 10th and 12th from any field, arts, science or commerce. But after that, you have to take up designing courses, graduation designing. But most of the universities do require you to give entrance exams in order to get admission for this courses. And some of the entrance exams I've put up on the screen over here. This is very important for you to do interior designing. So please do take a screenshot of this if you would want, if you like. Moving on, now let's see what actually your job responsibilities will be, what you will be doing as an interior designer. So, taking up a designing project and then making a list of the materials that will require to for this project, and working closely with architects, and also fulfilling the any client specific demands, the major responsibilities that your job will hold. After this, now let's see what different jobs you can actually do after you do interior designing. So the first is interior and spatial designers. So as I said earlier, they what they do is they renovate houses, rooms, or office spaces, etc. And as I said, they will see the color of the room, which furniture looks better, and they will use the space in the room to make it look really good and spacious. Um, Next is exhibition designers. So, exhibition designers work in public exhibitions, showcase events, and also exhibitions for museums. What they will do is they will design a placement for this art to be set up in such a way that will look aesthetically pleasing to the audience. The next is production designers. Production designers look after the design and placement of everything in a television or a theater set. So they work with the props, the lighting, how the camera angle should look like, and what costumes will look better on stage. And they work closely with the directors and producers on set. Next is visual merchandisers. What they do is basically create visual concepts. So they promote the products and services in the store or online. So particular kind of placement for the clothing section, where the display mannequins should go, where the dressing room should be, and how the mirrors should be set. All this is the work of a visual merchandiser. Now, some of the skills that you will require to be an interior designer is that, of course, you have to be creative. You should have good communication skills to understand the needs of your clients, and you should be good at problem solving, and you should be able to do multiple tasks at a time. And for that, you will need great management skills as well, and just a general enthusiasm about the job that you're doing. Now you must be thinking if there is a scope in this field. So let me tell you that there is, because with growing urbanization and the need for style and design nowadays, interior designers are in a great demand, and that's why there is a good opportunity for growth in this field. Not only that, but this field is said to be growing very fast, especially in all the big cities like Mumbai, Delhi, and Bangalore. So this is an emerging market. Now, let's talk about the work environment. So, to talk about that, the work environment actually varies because you can work at your own office. You can also take meetings at the client's home or also work at the site of the project. So, your work environment varies that way and it's flexible. But one thing to say is that if you love designing and decoration of any kind of space, you will really like this job. Now, I'm sure you want to know how much you earn in this field and what will be your pay package. So, like any other job, your salary does vary. But as I mentioned before, if you're working in the big cities, you can earn up to 4 to as a beginner, and you can also go up to 12 lakhs per annum if you're really qualified in the field and you are keeping up with all the latest industry trends. Now, after this presentation, if you think that interior designing is something that interests you and you want to pursue it, these are some of the institution yourself if you're interested. Thank you so much. That is
where the exit door. Now we look on to the things that are required for you to qualify for this field. So you need to have a graduation degree or a 12th pass certificate from any stream. Your age should be between 18 to 26 years. You should be medically fit. There should be absolutely no mental illness record. Minimum height required is 5 feet 3 inches. However, this depends on which airline you're working with. BMI is required. good vision and proficiency in languages, especially English, and any regional language for domestic airlines, and any foreign language for international airline would benefit you. Nationality proof such as passport or your Aadhaar card, and few years of experience as cabin crew would be required. Then we look on to what your responsibilities would be. So it would be to guide the passengers, greet the passengers when they are aboard, ensure the rules of the aircraft are being adhered to, serve the passengers with food and beverages, make announcements as directed by the pilot, demonstrating the safety instructions, assist cabin crew and passengers in case of any emergency, and submit reports in case of any incident on the flight. Then we look on to what are the social skills required. Here are some mentioned here. Presence of mind. So there could be times when planes have an emergency landing. So in such cases, you need to use your presence of mind while informing the passengers and cabin crew. Charming personality, so a good voice is substantial for you. It is because it is substantial for you to be friendly with your passengers. Working as a team, so it is imperative for you as a flight attendant to work in unity with your cabin crew. Mostly there could be around 10 to 12 members in a cabin crew, and so it would be important for you to work in coordination with them and help them in work equally. Excellent communication skills. So it is a very important skill required. You need to communicate with the passengers on board and understand what their needs are. Flexibility. So what do I mean here is that particularly when it comes to working hours, because there could be times when your flights get delayed due to bad weather conditions or any other reason. So your working hours might get extended by a couple of hours. So you should always be ready and flexible for such situations. Other proficiencies required are numeracy skills for handling cash, which includes foreign exchange. You should have a capacity to work in a confined space, ability to stay calm under pressure and in emergencies, competency in handling tough situations and VIPs. Then we look on to what is the scope of the job. So be it international or domestic airline, they all require flight attendants in their planes. Here is a list of some of the Indian and international airlines that would offer you a job as a flight attendant. There's Cathay Pacific, there's Delta Airlines, Go Air, Gulf Air, Indigo Airlines, and so on. You can take a screenshot if you wish to. Then career prospects. So flight attendants have multiple career options. They can seek job opportunities in public sector airlines. Mostly flight attendants prefer private airlines operating on domestic and international routes. With experience, you can become supervisors and assign and oversee the work of junior cabin crew members as well. Most airlines allow their air crew to opt for other jobs within the airline depending on their suitability and the positions available. Some airlines also allocate routine, assign administrative and other ground duties to senior flight staff members. Then we look on to what is the work environment. So have holidays or weekends. They usually spend around 65 to 90 hours in the air and 50 hours preparing planes for passengers monthly. Since essentially flight attendants work in the travel industry, a part of their job profile is to travel. So a lot of traveling would be involved in this profession. So if you're someone who loves to travel, you should consider this field. They also work in set hours because they are part of union. They also have contracts, could be around 3 to 5 years of contracts, which definitely varies from company to company. And flight attendants' working conditions are very stressful and unstable. So a lot of time pressure is on them. So this profession is also quite rewarding. The average salary could be about 30,000 per month. Junior level salary could be around 20,000 per month, and senior level salary goes about 50,000 per month. However, this depends on the post title, which airline you're working with. Is it an in-flight or an on-ground profession or work? So it varies on that. Then we look, what are the institutions? So you do not, so to have a certificate or a degree is not mandatory for you. Self-preparation could be more than enough. Still there are some institutes in India that offer training programs for you to develop basic skills required for this profession. There is Indira Gandhi Institute of Aeronautics in Nagpur that would offer you a diploma course in cabin crew services and hospitality management. You can also pursue a distance learning course offered by International Air Transport Association. And here is a list of institutes and colleges in and around India. There's Franklin Institute of Air Hostess Training. There are multiple locations. They are in Bangalore, Goa, Gujarat, Delhi, and so on. There's Bombay Flying Club College of Aviation in Bombay. There's Universal Aviation Academy in Chennai, Jet Airways Training Academy in Bombay, Delhi, and Calcutta, Indigo Training Center in Gurugram, Air Hostess Academy in Bangalore, Indira Gandhi Institute in Nagpur, as I mentioned, Institute for Personality Etiquette and Grooming in Chennai, and Center for Civil Aviation Training in New Delhi. You can take a screenshot of this list if you to. Yeah, these are my references. And so now we conclude our presentation. Thank students, school staff, our presenters, and the ones who took out and joined us for this Career Panorama event. We hope this 3-day event helped you widen your horizon as we give you a taste of various career fields and also helped you make your career choices. If you have any questions or feedback, you can put it in the chat or email us on the ID written on the screen. We wish you all the best for your future.
Are there any questions? Please put it in the chat box. Yes. Any questions regarding any of the careers?
I have a question on the YouTube chat. I'll just read it out. Just a minute. Okay, so the question was from Swaraj Kumbhar. Is there any availability after then that I can do the computer engineering course? Okay, so when we talk about computer engineering, you can do different diploma courses and certificate courses. Like you can take up different diploma and certificate courses after your 10th standard. But definitely the credentials or the capability will be more if you do like it will give you a more value if you take up degree courses, that is you do your 10 plus 2 10th and 12th and then take up a engineering college. So mostly those you'll get a better work environment and a better job. Definitely you can take up there are different courses available for us, like for software engineering and computer engineering.
Thank you.
And if you have any further doubt, you can email us to us. We'll get back to you.
And students, we have opened the chat as well as unmuted all of you. So if you have any questions, you can put on your camera and ask any question you want. Unmute yourself and also put on your camera. If anyone would like to ask anything. Okay, there doesn't seem to be any questions. Any comments any of the students would like to make?
Rupal ma'am, Rija teacher here. You can hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. So I think even today the chat section is not visible. So anyway, you have unmuted everyone, right?
Yes, I have unmuted everyone and they can also put on their cameras. Yes.
Okay, so students, if any of you would like to ask anything regarding the 3 days career options and various career opportunities that are available to you. Presenters have given you a lot of information about all this. So if anybody wants to ask any query, you can unmute yourself and ask. Any student? Okay. So in that case, okay, one of our student that is from SIS High School would like to speak a few words.
Yes.
So if the query section is over, then we'll go for that.
Ma'am, we have one question on YouTube by Sumita. The question is, what is included in business administration degree? If someone can answer that.
Okay, that will be MBA. Would one of the who has done in the previous, I think yesterday or day before, we did have business administration. Would anyone like to answer that?
Ma'am, this is Aditi Rajadyaksha.
Yeah,
Can I answer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Business and administration degree she's saying. So there are BMS degrees there. After that, one can do MBA or MMS. In Mumbai, it is called as MMS. And again, there are a lot of other options are available, like marketing is there, human resource management is there, operations management is there, that you will be choosing at your third year. Or in case of management, like you can do any degree like BA, BCom, BSc, and then also, or engineering also, and then also you can pursue masters in business management. Okay. So here, if she's asking about business administration degree in the sense, then it is BMS and it can be done after 12th. There are various colleges available in under Mumbai University. They can check, go on website of Mumbai University and check for the colleges.
Yes. Thank you, Aditi.
Our SIS also provides BMS degree.
Yes.
They
BMS
have
as well as MBA, both of them. MBA,
Yes,
MSS,
both of them.
and BMS. Yes.
Yes.
And if they come up with any queries later, they can always put it via mail.
Yes.
The queries can be mailed to you.
Yes, it will be. Thank you. So since there are no more queries, we would like to thank all of you for attending this panorama, and thank you for the staff and teachers of both schools, as well as the principals, Mrs. Kalyani Armugam and Akhil Bhosleji. And we would like to thank our participants who took time out to attend. A special thanks to Miss Aditi Radhyaksh. She was the vocational teacher for our counseling students, so she guided them very well. And so thank you to all of you. Kalyani ma'am, would you like to say a few words, please?
Yes. Before that, can our students speak? Because
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. We have a student, Thorat Ashish from SIS High School. He'll be speaking a few words. Ashish, you can start.
Respected Director of.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
say.
Can I
Okay,
start?
say. Yes, say.
Respected Director of SIS Institute of Comprehensive Education, Dr. Vidya Satish ma'am. Respected Headmistress Kalyani ma'am. Organizer of Career Panorama, Rupal ma'am. All the presenters of event, dear teachers and dear friends. I, Ashish Thorat, on behalf of all the students of SIS High School, would like to express our gratitude to you all for organizing this career fair for us. It was extremely helpful as we were enlightened about the traditional as well as modern career options available in different fields. I am sure all of us will take benefit of the information we got from you all. Thank you once again for the 3 days efforts taken by you all. I would also thank to our headmistress and 10th standard teachers for timely messages sent to us about this career panorama. Thank you all. Looking forward for more such wonderful sessions. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashish.
Ashish.
Yes, Ashish. And students and other attendees, in our chat box, we have put a feedback form. Please do fill it. Some of you do not have access, so we will be sharing it with the two schools and they will also share it with you. But if you can access it from Facebook, YouTube, or this chat, please do fill it.
The chat box is not available.
Yes, I know in
Yeah.
the options, I'm not getting the options of sharing it actually in the meeting option.
I think you can send it to us via mail and we will make the students fill and send it.
Yes, I will share it with you.
Ashish, that was very nice of you.
Yes.
So I take this opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to this entire comprehensive team led by Dr. Vidya Satish, the director, and coordinated very well by Rupal Madam along with her entire team. Now, my dear students, on behalf of each one of you and your parents, I must thank this team because they have taken efforts to research in every field and present the same to you. They have also we don't have a flight attendant in comprehensive education. We don't have a business magnet there, but a lot of research has gone down in presenting this to you. So a big thank you to this team for enlightening the future generation, the teenagers who are at the threshold of moving into another phase of their life. And I think this information is very much required for you to choose, especially after 10th, when most of you think that choosing the science stream is the only option. And if you choose science, you will be considered as the intellectual one. I'm sure these sessions conducted by comprehensive education as well as by technical education the other day has revealed this fact to you that follow your dream, make the best of the passion that you have. There is no one standard rule, and there is nothing like only if you take science, you will be considered successful and an intellectual. I'm sure all my parents are listening to it. Sometimes your child may have secured a little less percentage than what is expected. But today we have a variety of fields open, a lot of scope compared to what it was 20 to 30 years ago. So, my dear children, be focused on whatever your dream is. And just like the other day, what I told you, if you don't have one dream, please see that you have a. And once again, I thank this fantastic team for doing a fantastic job. You really don't know how helpful this is to our 10th standard and 9th standard children. And I'm sure if you want this to be really helpful, I want my students also to go or the parents to do in-depth study about the field that they actually want. Our team is always available. If you have queries, they will answer. But I think as parents, we also have a duty to do some in-depth study about not only the profession that you feel is good, but the profession that you have a passion for. Thank you, all of you. God bless each one of us.
Would Dr. Vidya Satish like to say the closing comments, please?
Good evening, everybody. And I would like to thank Kalyani ma'am for taking so much effort in trying to help us organize this program along with her team, along with Rija teacher, and I think there are other few teachers also who've been very helpful in helping us do this, conduct this program. Thank you, Kalyani madam. Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to work with you, and also that you're so encouraging to the students. The students are going to get certificates from ma'am, and I think that's a very wonderful gesture which ma'am will be showing to our students. Thank you, Kalyani madam, and the entire team of SIS High School. At the same time, I would like to thank sir and the team from APJ Abdul Kalam here and also enabling the students to participate. Well, this program is not something as students, as you know, that we did for 3 days, but nevertheless, it's been going on for a long time, the preparation and the practice. And I would like to thank Ms. Rupal Vora, who's the coordinator for the counseling programs, for taking a lot of effort. She's been sitting with the students day in and day out, beyond working hours, and trying to see to it that the best presentation comes in. Thank you, Rupal ma'am, for always being there and doing this program so effectively every year. It's so nice to impact others. So I think she's been really spearheading this and seeing to it that all the students gain benefit from this program. And thanks to the IT team for bringing this across, and especially Sharan sir, so that it's live on YouTube and on Facebook. I think that's a very big thing for us, and we are very grateful because it will constantly be there, and people can go back to it. As I told when we began the session, you can look at it, you can go, rewind and understand certain things. So all the students, even if you missed anything, please look at the YouTube and the Facebook links. I'm sure it will be very beneficial. Thanks to the students of both the schools, Ghatkopar and Matunga, for being there. And without you, this program would not have been, anything what it is today. So thank you, students, for your attention and motivation. Some of you had asked very good questions. Thank you so much for that. And I must thank my team for being so helpful. Reshma, Bhakti, Nikita, Kavita, Lakshmi, everybody who's been so helpful in this program. Thank you, girls. Thank you for all the support. As Kalyani ma'am said, it's a wonderful team. I'm very grateful for that. And last but not the least, our dear postgraduate diploma and counseling students. They have done a phenomenal job, and they have so beautifully brought out the careers to you. And thank you, students. We've been pushing you all, and we've been asking you to edit, but nevertheless, I think it's a great success. Thank you, students. Thank you so very much. And of course, God's blessings on the society and on the institutes, our sister institutions, and us. May it always remain there. And wishing each and every one of you all success. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Vidya madam. Just one small thing, if I can. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Kalyani ma'am.
Yeah, just one line, if you can enlighten, since our parents are also there, and what ICE is actually doing, how teacher educators are created. If one line can be shared by one of your team members.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks, Kalyani madam, for this. We are SI's Institute of Comprehensive Education, and we organize programs, we run programs in early childhood teacher training, counseling, and special education. So these are the three broad areas. We have PG diploma and diploma programs that we offer here at SI's Institute of Comprehensive Education. So you can, if you want to become a preschool teacher, or if you want to become a counselor, or if you want to become a special educator, we have courses, and you can, we'll write our website name in the chat box, so you can look at. We are at SIS near Guru Krupa. That is where we are. You can come and meet us. We are usually, all of us are there from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the evening. And if parents are interested in certificate courses, we have certificate courses in counseling. We also have certificate courses in special education. Small teacher
many, women, exactly. Many parents, that is mothers, have been inquiring about, what they can do during their free time and how they can upgrade them. Take advantage of this if they wish to.
Yes, definitely. They can become a preschool teacher, special educator, do full-time programs or certificate programs. Certificate will not make you a professional, but nevertheless, you will get the knowledge about the particular field. So it's www.si.edu.in. Teachers, if somebody can just write that on the chat box. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, they put the contact details also. So if anyone is interested, you can please contact us. Yeah. Thank you, Kalyani ma'am, for this. Wishing everybody all good luck.
Yes, thank you, Vidya ma'am. Thank you, Rupal ma'am. I think the 3-day efforts that you all have taken is indeed commendable. So a big round of applause to all of you. Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. I think something is going wrong here. Okay. Yes. So, as I said, a big round of applause to all of you. And I think it was indeed, very beneficial for our students. Some students even told me that it was very nice of you all to, give them information about all these career opportunities available. So, like, hats off to you all. And of course, a big salute to Rupal ma'am and Vidya ma'am for organizing all this. Okay, so on behalf of all the teachers and all the students, thank you very much. Also, would like to thank Rima teacher and Pula teacher from who are the 10th standard teachers of SIS High School who were also there to, whatever work was given to them, that was done, as well as coordinated with all the students. And we were able to, bring the students to this platform. So thank you so much, Vidya ma'am and Rupal ma'am. Thank you all. Yeah.
Most welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Bhakti, has the YouTube and Facebook stopped? Yeah. Is